Episode 5 of The Pit just changed the game for medical procedurals. It wasn't just about a 15-hour shift, it was about a breaking point. A moment where Dr. Michael Robbie Rabinovich's dark truth finally stood still. You thought you were watching a story about saving lives. But by episode 5, you realize you're watching a man drowning in the fallout of the pandemic. Dr. Robbie isn't just fighting a shift, he's fighting the ghosts of everyone he couldn't save during the COVID-19 crisis. Then there's the loss of his mentor. This is the weight behind every decision he makes. The Pit shows us that Robbie is trying to live up to a legacy that the modern, underfunded healthcare system simply won't allow. He's a man out of time. The administration has given him an ultimatum. His career, his sanctuary, is on the line. But for a man whose mental state is already deteriorating, a desk job or a forced leave isn't a solution. It's a death sentence for his purpose. Today, we're breaking down the ending of episode 5, the hidden clue about Robbie's past that most people missed. This is what to watch next, where we dive into the grit and the guts of modern drama. Because here, the villain isn't a person, it's the system. The Pit has always been about tension, the quiet violence of an underfunded ER. But this episode stops being a procedure and becomes a psychological thriller. Robbie's hallucinations aren't just a symptom. They're the lens through which we see the truth of the Pit. The danger isn't coming for these doctors. It's already here, hiding in plain sight within the bureaucracy and the burnout. The clue isn't in what Robbie says, it's in what he hears. The repetitive sound of the monitor that only he can notice. His performance in the final sequence is chilling because of his silence. He isn't reacting to the patient anymore. He's reacting to the realization that he can no longer distinguish between his memories and his reality. The ER has become his purgatory. Let's talk about that final sequence. The silence isn't just for dramatic effect. It's the sound of the power dynamic shifting. The hospital isn't a sanctuary anymore. It's a battleground for Robbie's soul. And he's losing. The camera shows you just enough of his reaction to tell you the truth. He's no longer in control. Someone else is shaping the survival of the staff and what's being buried in the files to protect the hospital's reputation. This is the mid-season turn. The moment the Pit goes from a mystery about a diagnosis to full-blown psychological warfare between Robbie and the administration. Trust is collapsing, and the obsession with the truth begins. If you love the raw, unglamorous intensity of Dr. Robbie's journey, you need shows that don't blink. Here are 3 perfect follow-ups that capture that same sense of high-stakes dread. First, ER, the blueprint for everything we're seeing. Noah, while started his journey here as Carter, and seeing him now in the Pit is a fascinating evolution of the medical drama hero. It's still just as brutal today. Next, The Bear. It captures that claustrophobic, high-speed anxiety better than anything else. If you like the pacing of Robbie's breakdowns in the Pit, you'll love the heat in this kitchen. It's about the cost of excellence. And finally, Chicago Med, for when you want that procedural structure mixed with deep personal stakes. It's the perfect companion to the chaos of Pittsburgh trauma and Dr. Robbie's personal war. The question for episode 6 is simple. Can Robbie survive his own mind? Comment below with your theories on his secret past and subscribe for more breakdowns of what to watch next.